Hey friends, so I'm here today to do a Coffee Date Thursday, and it is about favorite childhood memory. So I'm here with Isaac and Isabella too, so if you guys hear them in the background, it's them. Um, Anywho, so childhood memories. I have good ones, I have bad ones. I know this is supposed to be a favorite childhood memory, but I kind of just want to share with you guys a little background about my childhood because I don't have much to say about it being that good. But I'll share with you guys the memories that I do have that were nice when I had them. Um, but I also want my subscribers to get to know me a little better. So, I was born in Greenwich, Connecticut, for you guys that don't know. And I was born there because my parents have always worked jobs that were live-in. So live-in means that they live where they work, if you guys aren't familiar with that. And I was born there. And eventually my parents ended up switching jobs, and ever since I was little up until the 7th grade they've always done that, and they had no choice but to leave me with family, friends, babysitters, things of that nature. And they were never really there during the week. They only came to see me on the weekends, so it was really hard for me to have really good childhood memories. It was really hard for me because when I was in school, I had plays, I had things that I was involved in, and I wanted my parents to come visit me. And I remember calling them all the time and asking them to please come, because other kids had their parents come. And they would tell me, I'm really sorry, but we can't make it, we can't make it. And I would just cry, and I was so sad. And every time, the people that I was staying with, either it was a babysitter or a family friend, they had children and they were there for their kids. And it was really hard because living with somebody other than your own parents, sometimes it's a little hard. You don't want to do something bad, you don't want to do something too good, you don't want to get, in trouble with the kids, and there's favoritism, there's just so much going on, and I would never, ever, from my experience that I went through, put my kids through anything like that. So, I did have good memories on the weekends when my parents would come to visit me. One of the things that my dad used to make a routine for me, which was so nice, and I appreciate it so much. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little teary-eyed because for you guys that don't know, my dad lives in Portugal, and man, my dad is such a sweet person, and he has kids over there where he lives, and the kids there aren't so grateful for him because they are upset with my dad because my dad came from Portugal to be with my mom, and, well, not to be with my mom, but he came from Portugal to the United States to work. And while he was working here, he met my mother, and him and my mom kind of kicked it off, and she got pregnant with me, and my dad didn't want to leave her pregnant, and he ended up, ending things with his family back there. But he never lost contact with his kids. He's always been there for them, and they're older now, in their 30s or something. They really don't have a relationship with me because they feel like I'm not their sister. But they don't talk to my dad, and my dad recently moved out there, I think when I was 15, and they don't want a relationship with him because, they're still hurt about it. I don't know why, but anyway, so the reason why I'm getting teary-eyed is because my dad is a really nice person, guys, and he always did so much, try to make me happy, and it didn't matter what, when, and where, as long as, his little girl had what she wanted, he was happy with that. So one of the things that my dad would do was take me to this toy store in Newark, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with that store, but which probably you don't know, but Newark is a city in New Jersey, sorry. Anyway, so my dad would take me to this toy store, and he would let me pick out whatever toy I wanted, and at the time I was obsessed with Barbies. Barbies was my thing, and he would buy me a toy every single weekend. And then when I was a teenager, thanks buddy, when I was a teenager, he used to take me to the mall, and he used to buy me a pair of jeans or, whatever I needed or wanted that weekend. So I thought that was pretty nice too. But that is one of the childhood memories that I do have that was pretty nice. I also went to Disney World once. That was pretty fun. My parents were actually working for someone in Florida, and they gave them tickets so we could go out there and they took me. I was like 4 years old, so I don't really remember much, but from the pictures it seems like I had fun, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, those are really my childhood memories that I can remember that was nice. Um, and like I said, I don't want to ever put my kids through that, because not having your parents around is so tough sometimes, really tough, and I don't know what I would do. Like, I can't even spend 2 days without my kids. I can't imagine a whole week. I had times where I was sent all the way to Portugal, and I was there for months until my mom was able to bring me back to the States to be with her. And I remember every time she called, I was like, Mom, can you bring me back, or can I go back home? And she'd tell me, no, Samantha, not yet. And I'd be like, please, come on, I really want to come home. I miss you guys. And it was just so tough growing up. And I don't know. But everything happens for a reason, and that's why we are the people that we are today. And yeah, guys, I don't want to bore you guys with any more of my sad stories, but I hope you guys enjoyed this Coffee Date Thursday, and I can't wait to hear all about your childhood memories. Bye.